We do think that the facilities have generally served their purposes well, particularly in supporting the flow of credit, particularly acting as backstops to private markets. So overall, we think that the programs have gone well. In terms of the extension, we are just now turning to that question. You know, we've had a lot of things to work our way through. Right now, we're just in the process of turning to that question and have, of course, not made any decisions. And in terms of the process, this is a decision that, of course, we have to make and will make jointly with the Treasury Department. To be appropriate, right now, we like the job it's doing. We could, you know, if the facilities are extended, we could certainly look at new facilities. If things deteriorate, that would be the case where you'd want to maybe continue the facilities and maybe change them and maybe have new ones. Who knows? But certainly the facilities have been doing a lot of work and been very successful, I think, overall in accomplishing that job. So I do think there are things that we can do. But remember, we've always said this will take a whole of government approach, including healthcare policy and fiscal policy too. So it really is, if you want to get the economy back as quickly as possible to where we want it to be, then really it should be all of government working together.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Please, guys, make sure you get that New World Order book so therefore you can open your eyes. Also, those who donated to the Cash App, Patreon, much love. And then also those who are shopping at the store, much love to you. Of course, more items will come. Now, we're going to get into Bitcoin and cryptos first, guys. Of course, right now, Bitcoin moved up. We saw what? Stable coins moved down. Make sure we're looking at Tether and USDC, guys. Make sure we're looking at that. We know closer to the 99.9, we're moving up. Over that 99.9, we know we're moving down. So, guys, make sure you set up your alerts, guys, please. It gives you that easy indicator. Also, XRP and, of course, volume. What are we seeing, guys? We saw volume drop. We saw the actual Tether and USDC move up. We saw the market move down to about 14.8, 14.9. And then we saw volume pick up. We saw the stable coins move closer to that 99.9. So now we see volume is dropping, and then once we see Tether and USDC move up over that dollar, we know we're going down further, which we know that's going to happen. Remember, our highest volume, I think, was about 217, 237. Now we're around 116. So the volume is definitely dropping, and we know that cryptos are going to drop. Now, I normally don't talk about back this early, but remember what I told you about the 31 days of Bitcoin dominance. That put us right at back, guys. Remember, CME gaps, none of it made sense. None of it. It did not make sense, guys. We always take a dip. It didn't make any sense. And then we'll move right back up. But we didn't take a dip this time. None of it makes sense. And when it doesn't make sense, don't try to make sense of it. Just follow your indicators. Now, we see in the VIX, guys, of course, I'm going to touch a little on the stock market. We see in the VIX is when its lowest has probably been, I think, since April of this year. So the fact is, it's not seeing any turbulence over the next 30 days. But right now, we see that the stock market is up over that 28,000 that I teach you. That's when we start overheating. Now, guys, we just listened to Jerome Powell saying, as far as remember, I did a video on the 11 repo markets that they created. So that's the only reason why we're pumping right now, guys. We know the Fed is buying everything. They bought all the stocks, ETFs, bonds, all that good stuff, them and BlackRock. But we know that's going to end. And we know we're going to take a big hit. We know that right now cryptos are following the S&P. That breaks off after 31 days. So that's why I said, guys, make sure you are looking at the indicators. Now, also, the commercial paper that the Fed is doing ends in March 2021. So like I stated, we're going to have that big correction the first quarter of next year. We always do. Now, what's crazy about this pump that we had, guys, and we know this was nothing but a distraction. Why? We have all these people out of work. All these people out of work, guys. We have the C word they just stated, because they're setting all this up, guys. They stated that we had more cases than we had since back in March. So the C word, we have millions of people out of work. We have the election going on. So all this has been a distraction. That's what they do. They distract you with money. Don't forget about that. When the C word came, what did they do to the poor people? They gave them free money. Now they're starving them now that they're over with. So guys, remember that. Never ever fall for the devil's tricks. Now, basically we're saying that, hey, look, are we going to 16,000 or we're going to retest the 14? Basically, definitely we're coming down, guys. 13, 14, we're definitely coming down. We noticed, like I stated, none of this pump made any sense. It was nothing but a big distraction. Now, basically, we have developing countries adding a ATM per hour. Now, guys, we know that when it comes to this crypto blockchain, it is a global effort. Now that Joe Biden has won, what's going to happen with crypto? Guys, we don't care that Joe Biden, we don't care about the puppets that get elected. What we care about is the cabinet, because we know the cabinet is the one that runs things. It's always the old order that comes and sneaks right into the cabinet. So we know the fourth industrial revolution, Biden is to bring us over and to hand us over to China. Plain and simple. And I'm going to get over that later. Now, what we also had in the election was we had what? The election is uneven, is rigged. What did they talk about? Bringing in blockchain. And we know blockchain is what? Nothing but surveillance. That's all it is. It sees everything that you're doing. We know the NSA was behind building all of this, guys. We know this. We know our phones are what? Nothing but tracking devices. That's all it is. Now we have Bill Miller saying that every investment bank will own Bitcoin. Is that true, guys? Yes, it's definitely true. We know it's called supply and demand. We know that when it comes to the U.S., we have the U.S. dollar. We use it to do what? Do sanctions, to kill other people's currencies. And what are they doing to get around that? They're using cryptos, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Venezuela, Iran. So guys, we definitely see that. Now, guys, make sure you go and check out my video that I did last night about the Biden and Trump election, guys. Now, we have Trump saying, coming out, said, we believe that these people are thieves. So, guys, what is being set up right now? Let's go back biblically, guys. Let's go back. The problem is no one wants to read the Bible, guys. And those who are conscious knows that the New World Order follows the Bible step by step. The Bible shows you how to create a new world order. Do not forget about that, guys. We know English is what? Nothing but witchcraft when we know we cannot read the Bible in English. Now we have Kamala Harris sitting in the passenger seat. She is riding the beast. Does that match biblically? Yes, it does. We have Trump being known as the greatest, the ones who is draining the swamp, the second coming, the Savior. Does that match biblically? He loses. He comes back as the false prophet. Does that match biblically? Yes, it does. And the New World Order is setting it up, guys, so don't fall for the illusion. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, we have the cryptos. You knew the cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. When it comes to stocks, don't forget about the stock channel, guys. You have Cobalt, chip stocks, gaming, banking. And while everybody's sitting at home, don't forget about the at-home stocks. And the C word, guys. Don't forget about the biotech stocks, guys. Also, those are going to be sitting at home talking to your doctor on Zoom. Don't forget about those stocks. And while everybody's sitting at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.